Guys, Father's Day is coming up. And if you're looking for the perfect gift to give your dad, look no further. Help him step up his pocket game. The Ridge wallet, guys, it's light, it's sleek, it's industrial. And by the way, it doesn't fold and awkwardly bulge out of your back pocket. It goes into your front pocket. Ridge wallets hold up to 12 cards, plus all the cash that you need. You can choose from over 30 colors and styles. That includes carbon fiber and burnt titanium. It is the best wallet you can buy. You don't just have to take my word for it. There's over 40,000 five-star reviews. And I'll admit, I was skeptical at first. But once I tried it, I never went back to my old wallet. I'm sure you're going to love it, but guys, there's no pressure. Test it out for 45 days. If you don't love it, and I mean love it, send it back, you'll get a full refund. If you decide to keep it, and I believe you will, there's a lifetime warranty, so there's nothing to lose. Just go to ridge.com/Chael or click on the link in the description below. That's going to get you a special 15% savings for Father's Day. That comes with free worldwide shipping and returns. Ariel Helwani came out, guys, and if there's a backstory to this or there's some context that I missed, I really did look into it, but Ariel had a statement, and he just said it looks as though Conor McGregor's return might be postponed until 2023. Great. Let me just stop you right there, though. Without knowing the 50 words that Ariel used before that or the 50 words that came after that, Conor McGregor's return might be held off until 2023. That's the best thing for the industry. We need that to be stop. Hard stop right there. That needs to be the message. Let me tell you why. As soon as I heard that, I thought, oh my goodness, if Conor is kicked, if we kick the can until 2023, we don't have to do the guessing game. We don't have to do the back and forth. Do you know how much easier it is going to be to make fights for the balance of 2022? You have Charles Oliveira right now willing to fight anybody, but wanting to fight Conor McGregor. You have Volkanovski, who's got a fight coming up with Max Holloway, but he was talking about wanting to go up and fight Conor McGregor. You have Henry Cejudo, who's returning, we believe, at 135 pounds, but he's doing interviews about meeting Conor and going up to 155. I mean, not for nothing. Some of those are realistic to happen, right? I mean, if Charles Oliveira really wants to put his foot down and Conor McGregor really is going to come back, that might be the match, which holds up all of 155 pounds. Now we're talking about Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor. I realize that's just the topic of the week. But I'm sharing for you Chandler, who is one of your favorite fighters to see fight. He is one of the top draws. He absolutely matters within the division. If he starts straight-arming other ideas that are coming his way because he thinks that Red Panty Night is coming his way, it's one of those things. It really is one of those things. George Masvidal, whatever the delay is, right? But you know how many guys I can tie back to Conor McGregor? Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier. Do you know how many guys I could tie right back to an active public interest in fighting Conor McGregor? Who behind the scenes, if they really felt there was some momentum here, would try to deflect anything else that came their way. The best thing that you could possibly have for matchmaking the sport right now, particularly the names that I just dropped for you, is that there's no Conor McGregor. Stop. You're going to have to do something else. You might even have to do two something else's before the conversation of that potential one even comes about. It would be the best if we just operated under that assumption. Whether it's right or not, let's just operate under the assumption Conor McGregor's not coming back to 2023. Do you know how much business we could just get on with? I've never thought about it from this perspective until I saw that Ariel said that. There was almost a relief within the room. There was almost an exhale. Oh, okay. Let's move forward. We don't have to worry what weight, what division it's going to be. And by the way, how does Conor McGregor sit with Poirier and Masvidal? When those guys are buddies and friends and teammates, but they both want the same fight. Is that no big deal at all? I could use myself and go back to the Team Quest days. That wouldn't have mattered in the least. If Matt Limlin, Chris Lieben, Nate Corey were all looking for the same opponent, all in the same weight class, nobody would have had hard feelings. But I know some other gyms where that is a real problem. I can remember the night that Matt Hughes fought Carlos Newton. Matt actually won, became the champion of the world, but Matt thought that was Pat Militich's fight, who not only was his teammate, it was his coach. And Matt didn't want to do it. He had to go to Pat and get the blessing, and Pat was all for it, and Pat cornered him, and off you go. I'm just sharing for you an example that popped into my head. That's a real thing at times. There are some gyms and some teams where if another guy, calls dibs, puts his quarter on the machine, boom, he's playing next. And I've never heard of that factor in it. And in all fairness, I'm not trying to get in the way of something. I don't think that it should. There are two different weight classes. You don't know where Conor's going to go. I'm not looking to create a problem here. I'm just asking, have you ever thought about it in that perspective? What's that like? They're both out doing interviews. They're both pining for something. They're both in the gym. They're both working hard. They're both excited. They go see each other. Oh, by the way, it's the same goal, and only one of you guys is going to go to the dance with a girl. I don't know if that's problematic. I don't know. I'm just suggesting for you what would that look like? How would that get settled? Conor McGregor, speaking of, he did a workout over the weekend. Conor's very good at giving us just enough. Conor will tell a story without words. When is Conor McGregor going to return? Is it going to be in 2023 because his leg is not healed? That's the topic right now. Conor McGregor won't address that at all, but he put out a video of himself kicking a heavy bag with that injured leg as hard as a person can possibly kick a heavy bag. And it's very brilliant. It's very brilliant to make us have questions and refuse to give us answers, to just make us speculate. As simple as that may seem, the master at work. It's effective. And when I do watch him do that kick that he put out, I think it was on Instagram over the weekend, it truly was as hard as any person could ever kick a heavy bag. Wouldn't matter if the leg was injured, not injured, like you wouldn't even know that. You would have no evidence of that. And what is the point of that? Is that psychological for Conor? Because I don't think I would do the same in that spot. I never had to deal with injury. I always here and there, but never an injury. But I think if I was injured, that is now a weapon I'm not going to use again. I'm not reaching to that holster, I think. I mean, how much do you have to have that one specific kick anywhere in your repertoire? Does it really affect your game? Guys have been in fights before and a hand gets hurt. They can't use the hand the rest of the fight. I mean, certainly it would hinder you, certainly would set you back. But if you knew about it ahead of time, you have so many other tools to go to. Do you really need to make sure that that's at 100%? Like, people are always going to ask Conor that. Is your leg at 100%? And he's going to be inclined to say yes. I see everybody that's ever gone through that says yes, or they go further. It's stronger than ever. It's stronger than it used to be. What if it's not? What difference does it make? Shelf it. Put it in the back. Don't use that weapon. Fine if your opponent knows. So what? There's another side to it. I mean, I'm just asking, right? Very easy for me. I'm safe and sound in my chair over here. It would just seem as though, what's the big deal? Why do I got to go test this? Why do I got to kick with this leg in the gym? Why do I got to make sure it's 100%? Do the other things feel pretty good? All right, pretty good is as close as you're going to get in a fist fight. Go. But I will share with you, if Conor McGregor is removed until 2023, even if that is not accurate information, if that's the information that our industry can have a working assumption under, getting guys to say yes and getting some of our top guys matched up and getting them to get on with it, absent of the hope of Red Panty Night for the balance of 2022, is going to be a lot easier to do. So I am going to echo what Ariel said. I have no evidence and I don't even know if it's accurate. Conor McGregor's out till 2023.